you by C4 Energy, the champion of energy drinks. And it is for the 119-pound Elitewomens Division 6 Borough Championship. Our first competitor in this championship contest makes her way to the blue corner at this time. There is Salvador. Now, ladies and gentlemen, her opponent, making her way to the red corner at this time, here is Kiara Almonte.
This 118-pound elite women's SBC title. So a little bit later on tonight, Jose Guzman is going to be working with a couple of fighters. He just got off headset for a few moments because he's got to just go check on his fighter. Leaving me with you guys to call all, some, part of this female bout. 119-pound women's elite. And this is for a championship, one of the 10 SBC championships being fought tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And I will tell you that my fighter is in the fight coming up after this.
Elite Women's Division 6 Borough Championship. Introducing first, boxing out of the blue corner, representing John's Gym. Ladies and gentlemen, Marbella Salvador. And her opponent, competing out of the red corner, representing Brotherhood Boxing Club, here is Kiara Almonte.
Kiara Almonte with the red trunks. Marbella Salvador in the dark trunks. 3 rounds. Women's SBC title. And here we go. Referee Andy Adele.
Sam Idachico returned Metro's headgear.
Bout is underway. Opening moments. Round number 1. Almonte, the southpaw. And I always am curious in the opening moments of an amateur bout. Sometimes some of the boxers come out as a southpaw, then they switch. They just try to throw the opponent off. But Almonte does box as a southpaw. And her opponent out of John's Gym, Marbella Salvador, fighting out of the blue corner. She's got the dark trunks on. Right-hander, pushing her way in, trying to cut the ring off. As Almonte's moving back and forth, left and right, pushes off there. Really not allowed to shove. And if this was a true Olympic bout, referees do not allow boxers to push their opponent away. And you can see who wants to make the bout out of this, the brawl out of this. Marbella Salvador in those dark trunks, pouring the pressure on. And Kiara Almonte out of Brotherhood Boxing, moving. Almonte keeping it on the outside. Southpaw, going to stick with that right jab. Ducks under a right hand, falls into a clinch. Referee Eddie Adele with a quick warning there to Almonte, who got pushed out. He said, watch your head. Salvador works the body, takes a few upstairs shots. Salvador comes back in, trying to make a brawl out of it. Goes to the body. They are going at it. And now Almonte takes a step back. Very interesting. Round number 1. A flurry by Almonte at the bell. Close round. This is the 7th bout of the night between Marbella Salvador and Kiara Almonte. I'm going to narrowly. I don't score even rounds ever. And sometimes I think it's a cop-out. People, I'm gonna go with an even round here. I just don't believe in that. I want to find a winner of the round, both pro and amateur. And especially the amateurs always frown on even rounds. And I feel the same way. You've got to be able to find me a winner. And I saw Kiara Almonte in the red trunks, southpaw. I saw her winning that round, 10-9. This one is for a championship, 119-pound elite championship, women's SBC championship. How's your fighter? You're back here. How's your fighter? You checked on her right now?
Yeah, I just made sure she was comfortable. You know, she was warming up, stretching out.
This is Rebecca, right?
Rebecca Goldberg, yes. You know, this is actually a rematch from the Ringmasters tournament. Kiara Almonte is actually she's a softball player, and she's actually very athletic. She actually has sparred with Rebecca a few times. I like her. She's very athletic. She's a pure boxer, and if she gets more experience, she's gonna be a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Well, she did a nice job. Nice enough, I thought, to win in the first round. But I got to tell you, Marbella Salvador in those dark trunks put the pressure on, ripped some hard body shots.
Yeah.
She kept it close. I thought Salvador lost around 10-9, but made it very, very interesting.
You know, Salvador is, a Mexican fighter from the Bronx. You know, so you know she's gonna bring it. You know she's gonna bring it. You know she's gonna rip the body. You know, and that's actually what she's doing right now. She gets it. She works in the inside, and she rips those hard body shots, as you can see. But I just like Kiara Almonte's footwork. I like the way she moves around, uses her jab. I just wish she keeps the distance a little bit better. Salvador definitely keeping the pressure, keeping the fight at close range, and that's what she needs to do. And Kiara needs to do the opposite. You know, keep the distance, box and move around.
Another close round, and I think both rounds could have gone either way. And I think some of the cleaner shots were landed by Almonte, but I got to tell you, this one is about as close as any fight we've seen tonight.
You know, the girls are definitely bringing it tonight.
You know, it was back in 1992 that I was announcing for NBC the Olympics in Barcelona, and I kept calling every bout a fight. And one of the officials came up to me and said, please don't call these fights. What you do in the pros, they're fights. These are bouts. And I've done it a few times tonight. I've called them fights. Stop getting so picky. Their fights, their bouts, their contests between some of the most loveliest athletes, most well-conditioned athletes in the world, and that's why we're in this sport.
You know, something I like from the past few years is how women's boxing is growing. You know, is getting bigger and bigger. You got Amanda Serrano, Clarissa Shields. You know, you also had our vice president, you know, Sonia Lamanakis. You know, these are females that became world champions.
Don't just say Amanda Serrano. Don't just say Clarissa Shields. There's so many more out there.
Yes.
You know what? Sinisa Estrada, to me, has worked her way right up. If you told me she was number one pound for pound, 24-0, she is unbelievable.
You know, a lot of these girls, you know, I feel like the girls nowadays, they definitely sometimes show out more than the men. You know, you saw that Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano fight in the Garden.
Yeah,
it was toe to toe.
That was a dream.
Toe to toe.
Yep. I think one of maybe the best female fight I have ever seen.
For sure. You know, and then we got these two young ladies right here, you know, fighting their hearts out, you know.
Salvador has landed a few hard shots. This is another tough round. They are trading on the inside. Who do you give this to?
Right now, I see Almonte doing the better work. Every time they get on the inside, she moves her hands. You know, I just think Salvador just is leaning in a little bit too much. Punches are a little bit too wide, and as you can see right there, getting caught. You know, she's getting a standing
took a hard
right
shot.
Now. You know, I just wish Salvador just kept her punches a little bit more shorter and not so wide. You know, beautiful fight. No, it makes me happy seeing you know, it makes me happy, you know, seeing these females going in there and fighting their hearts out.
You know, back in 1995, when I was commissioner in New York, there had been no female boxing in New York. And I said to the former commissioner, Jose Torres, the former heavyweight champion, light heavyweight champion, that I was going to license females in New York. He said, don't be crazy. People are going to laugh at you if you do that. And I said, Jose, let them laugh. If the females want to box, let them box. And then when I said, I even dream of the day that's going to be a main event at Madison Square Garden, he said, don't say it too loud. You'll be laughed right out of the business. Nobody laughed at me.
Wow. And look at that.
Here we go. How do you have it scored? I've got it 30-27 in a very tough bout. I gave it to Kiara Almonte. Our ring announcer ready to give us the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout and new 119-pound elite women's six-borough champion by way of unanimous decision, boxing, out of the red corner, Kiara Almonte.
Well, no question there. All three rounds, though, were competitive. She had to earn that championship. And now, the bout that I was telling you about, and this one is going to be 125 Elite International.
So we got your guy coming up now.
Championship. The local guy is from Brotherhood Boxing. His name is Frankie Garcia. A tough guy. You've seen him fight.
I have. Frankie's the guy that's definitely going to come forward. He's going to bring the fight. You know, he's a typical Mexican fighter.
Series 119-pound elite women's six-borough champion Kiara Almonte. Congratulations. Certainly no easy feat defeating your opponent, Maribel Salvador. Well, we look forward to seeing you defend it on September 30th right here at Strong Island Fight Night Series 3. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Kiara Almonte!